So I think probably there's two main objections that we encounter from sellers who are considering the auction process. The first is that, what if my property doesn't sell under the hammer? Is it somehow damaged in terms of the price? And the answer to that is pretty unequivocal. It's no, not at all. Certainly when we're running auctions, at the moment, most of our properties are selling under the hammer and selling very strongly because the market's conducive to it. But in lesser markets, when we've run very successful auction campaigns, often we have bidding, but we don't quite reach the reserve price. But in passing in, we're able to, either within hours of the auction or within those coming week to 10 days, often the properties will sell in that period of time. One, we just might need a bit more time to negotiate with the highest bidder. Or two, because the sellers have had the opportunity of 3 to 4 weeks in the marketplace, we know where the market sees value for the property. So if sellers want to sell, then we immediately go to a pricing strategy post-auction, and it's typical, it's very normal for properties to sell within a week or two of the auction process. So it's a very effective campaign in that sense, and it doesn't seem to matter where the property passes in. It's very normal for a property to pass in for 1.4 million, for example, and sell within 2 weeks for 155 or 16. It's quite a common thing. So it's something that you get used to, and it's hard to explain to people sometimes, but there are patterns through the years that we see with auctions, and it's very common for that to happen. And then the other objection is that somehow it eliminates buyers because it's an unconditional contract, that somehow we're missing out on people being able to take part. Again, that's a bit of a myth as well. Almost everybody that bids at auction is financing some portion of that purchase price. So it's very unusual for people to come to auction that have got 2 million in cash just sitting in the bank. They're financing it. They're just confident that they can secure finance at that level. So we don't, finance buyers become cash buyers very quickly. Subject to sale buyers become cash buyers very quickly. So because buyers will, in a private treaty situation, they'll put a condition or conditions on a contract that suit them if they're able to. In the auction process, we kind of flip that. We say to buyers, we're selling the property under our terms. It's an unconditional contract, so we don't mind how you organise your finance and get that organised, but that's your risk, not ours. We're selling the property on this particular day and it's unconditional. And at the moment, I think we're averaging just under 4 bidders per auction. We've got, if we've got 4 people bidding, typically we've got 6, 7, 8 plus registered. And so those are 8 people saying, we're comfortable bidding under the terms of the auction and we're here to compete. So you don't miss anybody. Particularly if there's some people that are subject to sale, maybe you might exclude those buyers, but subject to sale at the moment is never the best condition to have on a contract anyway. And we like to think of the auction process as a little bit of maybe like a triage. We want to deal with the most urgent and best buyers in that 3 to 4 week process and see if we can generate a cash offer for our sellers in competition before we deal with parties that are maybe have to put a condition on their contract. So.